Even them I will bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices will be accepted on my altar, for my house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations. And God will make his people, his covenant people, joyful in this house of prayer that is his house. It's that same word, joyful. So it's not just glad, the way we would define glad today. It is spiritually joyful. I was at a loss for words at how joyful this is when they said to me, "Let us go into the house of the Lord." That is how coming into the house of the Lord should feel. It should feel like a weekly respite when we are with God's people. That we come in, and I was ecstatic. I was so glad to know that Sabbath came Friday night, because tomorrow, not only am I coming into his presence myself, my family, as the Sabbath comes on, but I come together and I come into the house of the Lord as we have it today. And it is a respite, it is joyful, it is a safe place. Again, we know that this points to something greater down the road. The ultimate end of this story, this narrative that ends in Revelation. But if we don't get this right today, if we don't, they call it the extrapolate is taking this and seeing beyond. Let's interpolate and take what is this grand notion of the New Jerusalem and just this house of the Lord, where God will reside in the New Jerusalem in his temple. Let's just interpolate this down to today. If we don't get this right today as part of his ecclesia, I dare say we risk the privilege of witnessing its ultimate fulfillment. Do we feel the way King David did when he stated, "I was joyful when they said to me, 'Let us go to the house of the Lord'"? As the adversary seeks to overcome us, may the house of the Lord resemble what the Almighty envisioned it to be, not what it sadly has far too often come to look like in the reality, so that his covenant people can say, so we can say, "I am glad when they said, 'Let us go up to the house of the Lord.'"